Today on The Dr. Oz Show, all new, 200 women just like you come to New York to take back their health.
Put on your purple gloves.
For the first time, they face the truth from the inside out.
Your organs don't lie to you.
If you think it's too late for you, you're wrong.
You have the power to change what you're holding in your hands right now.
How to reverse the damage and restart your body.
You're all at a turning point. It's all fixable.
Next.
We're starting our show today in a very special place, on Ellis Island, the Statue of Liberty behind me. Now we're here because this is the place where millions of people came to change their lives and start over. And this year, that's exactly what I want you to do. Everyone watching at home and everyone here with me. Today's show is about restarting your body. Now, I'm gonna prove that you can undo the damage of your past and live longer than you ever thought possible. It is never too late. But right now, I want this to be day one of the rest of your life. It's my total body restart for everyone. Are you guys ready? Yeah! What you will see today will change everything, and there's only one place that can happen. Let's head back to the studio. It all starts now. I have been waiting for this day for a long, long time. I want you all to show me your purple gloves. Put them all up there. You got them. Now, you may be wondering why every single person in this room is wearing purple gloves. Well, today, for the first time ever, everyone in the studio audience will get to hold an organ. Now, I usually only have one person do this, but today I'm having everyone hold the organ that they want to restart the most. So I want you to take a look at why your body needs a restart. You leave your 20s, and by your 30s and 40s, the wear and tear can really start to show. Your heart has never stopped, beating round the clock, every single minute of every single day. By the time you're 35 or 40, more than 1 billion times. Your stomach and intestines, after breaking down upwards of 70,000 pounds of food, can't digest as efficiently as they used to. Your liver, after years of processing food and drink and environmental fumes, needs a detox. And your thyroid, regulating your weight, mood, and metabolism, starts slowing down 20% every decade, putting you at risk to gain an extra pound every year for the rest of your life. But you have the power to reset the clock and restart your body from the inside out. It all starts today. All right, I'm going to talk about the heart. Where's Emily sitting?
Right here.
Hey, Emily, how are you?
Hi.
So I brought a heart here to you. Can I give this to you?
Yes, please.
The heart is about the size of the fist.
Wow.
And it's emblematic because you can feel it all the time of what we're feeling in our life. Now, why did you want to pick the heart?
Dr. Oz, I just turned 45 years old 3 weeks ago. I'm Latina. Heart disease is one of the greatest risk factors in Latinas' death. So I'm concerned because I've seen my grandmother, my mother pass away from a heart attack. And
Both of them?
Yes. So I want to have a healthy heart at 80 years old.
So let me hear you describe what you're doing that might not be healthy for your heart, that's making you worried that maybe your heart is going in the same direction as your mom and your grandmother.
It's not what I'm doing, it's what I'm not doing. I'm not exercising, I'm not eating healthy foods all the time. I need to change my life.
That's what the show is all about. You actually have the power to restart your body. That's what we're going to talk about. It's an incredibly profound moment for me. Let me just speak to everybody about this. All of you have come here today, and you've come here because you've come to a point in your life when you realize you got to make a change. And what I want to do is tell you very cleanly that your organs don't lie to you. That's truth you're looking at. And it'll share with you insights that can profoundly change the way you think about life. Let me see everyone's organ. Hold it up. Let me see it. Put it up there. It's remarkable. You're holding life in your hands. Feel it. Examine it. Recognize that it's really what's going on inside of you. All those abstract thoughts about maybe I'm doing the wrong thing, it could be affecting my heart or my intestines or my thyroid, my liver, it's not abstract anymore. It's concrete because you're holding it. And you have the power to change what you're holding in your hands right now and what's in your body by making simple adjustments to what you're happening. That's why this show is occurring today. That's why I'm so passionate about this. That's why I've been waiting for this moment for a long, long time. So Trina, if I could ask you to stand. So you picked a thyroid.
Yes.
Here, let's show that to everybody. So why'd you pick the thyroid gland?
Because I'm tired all the time. I don't have the energy that I used to have in my 20s, and I've gained all this weight in my late 30s, and I don't know why, and I'm assuming it's my thyroid.
And I'm just trying to understand why you think the thyroid is correlated with all that. Who told you that?
Well, you know, my mom had a really bad thyroid problem, so I'm just assuming maybe she passed it on to me, and that's why I've gained all this weight.
You beat yourself up a little bit because you gained the weight?
Kinda.
Can I tell you something?
Sure.
This gland is a remarkably common reason, scarily common reason, why women gain weight, feel tired, don't look as pretty as they want to be.
Right.
Why we actually age.
Right.
And I don't want you pounded on yourself anymore.
Okay.
I want to talk today about why this may be the perfect organ for you to restart in order to restart your whole body.
Okay.
Let me hear from somebody else. Who else has got thoughts? What did you pick here? Let's see here. What do you got? Intestines. Yes, you did pick intestines. Stand if you don't mind.
Sure.
And why'd you pick the intestines?
I picked the intestines because I suffer from irritable bowel syndrome. And there's times when I eat and it just feels bloaty, and some foods can send your body into a tailspin. So I just wanted to know a little bit more about that.
I love the way you said that. The food sends your body into a tailspin.
Yes.
Small little things push you over the edge. And you know what? Small little things get you back on the ledge as well.
Yes.
And that's what I want to focus on.
Yes.
I'm hammering home. We can restart this.
Great.
Thank you. So I'm hearing all of you. I mean, I understand the concerns you have. I understand how frustrating it is. Those concerns are real, without question. And whether you realize it or not, you're all at a turning point. Now, I'm going to show you how to keep your heart strong and pumping a lot longer. I'm going to show you how to detox your liver and how to turn around any damage. We're going to stop that pain in your gut by cleaning out and restarting your intestines. When we come back, I'm going to show you how to restart the #1 organ, making you feel tired and fat.
Up next, feeling fat and tired and don't know why?
Something to do with your metabolism?
Ready? Go. 1.
What could be happening inside you?
Papa. Converts fat to energy, which gives you energy, but also gets rid of the fat.
3 key symptoms
Here's the catch.
that you need a restart. Coming up.
I'm excited to be on Dr. Oz.
Dr. Oz's show. So let's start talking. Now the web to have a national conversation about health and wellness. This is a no embarrassment zone. There's no topic that's off limits. I came to work today. I'm so lucky. And make sure you're sharing this information with the people you love. You're good to go. Be sure to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss anything. And remember to check back often to see what's new. Now, back to the show. So why do you want today to be the first day of the rest of your life?
My husband and I got married last year, and we've decided that we want to try to have a baby. I feel like I really need to restart my body and get it ready for that step in my life.
It's the best reason I've heard. Today is my complete body restart. And the very first organ we're going to restart can help slow down aging, get your energy back, and keep the weight off. It's your thyroid. But I discovered a lot of women out there don't even know what their thyroid really does.
I'm heavy today because I feel like my thyroid is slow. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
I blame my thyroid for these last 20 pounds that I can't seem to lose.
My belly is hanging over. It's my thyroid, right?
Sometimes my jeans get a little bit tighter and tighter, and I tell everybody, it's not me, it's my thyroid.
I'm not, 100% sure what it does. It may have something to do with my hormones.
Does it have something to do with your metabolism?
I think it breaks down the food or something.
I have no idea what my thyroid is.
Somewhere in my stomach area.
I think it's somewhere over here. Maybe if it was in a different part of my body, it would be working faster. I don't know.
Let me call down the 3 women who are most concerned about restarting their thyroid today. So come on down, ladies, if you don't mind. You can go ahead and put it down. So Laurie, let me start with you. What's concerning you about your thyroid? When did you first start blaming your thyroid for what's going on in your body?
After I had my babies, I became exhausted all the time, and The truth is, I really can't blame my babies anymore because they're now 7 and 10. So I'm starting to think that there's something more going on, and I'm believing it's my thyroid that's making me feel exhausted.
Vanessa,
Yes, hi, doctor.
that word blame, let me come back to that concept again. Why do you blame your thyroid for how you're feeling?
Well, everybody links weight gaining to thyroid problem. So me and my girlfriends, we talk about it all the time, and basically we're assuming that we're gaining weight because of our thyroid. We diet, we exercise, and I'm still fat.
Let me just highlight, because you both use that sort of idea of blame and guilt and shame. There's so many women who beat themselves up because they think that they're gaining weight and looking old and not feeling who they really are just because they're making mistakes. I'm here to say that's not the case. Your thyroid, it really is the reason why so many of those things are happening. In fact, 20% of all the women who can hear my voice, older women in particular, have thyroid issues. And we think that's a gross underestimate. It's probably twice that many who really have a problem. And you know what? Without it, you can't burn energy, which means you gain weight, you feel tired, and you don't look as good either because it changes your appearance. So Trina, you talked to me a little bit about your thyroid earlier on.
Yes.
And you said that you thought that it was located somewhere up in here. Am I getting that right?
Yes.
So what, this is sort of a vague area.
Around here.
All right, just north of the heart, south of the eyes.
Exactly.
All right. So you want to know where it really is?
Yes.
All right. So you have a nice example here. Here's come a little closer. It's not going to bite at you. You see, that's the Adam's apple there.
Okay.
Okay. So normally the thyroid would be like this.
Oh, wow.
I'll put it on you. Hold your neck up there. It would be sort of like that. And the thyroid gland, therefore, is located right beneath that Adam's apple.
Okay.
Okay. Go ahead in the audience. Put your fingers up to your neck and sort of press that little area beneath the Adam's apple. If you can feel the gland, that's not a good sign.
Okay.
So it's one of the things we look for as a doctor when you come into our office. So take your gloves off, because I've got a little demonstration to really explain why this is such a vital organ to pay attention to, because it's so easy to treat. And if it's making you feel old and fat and tired, wouldn't you want to treat it?
Yes.
Okay. So come on over here. Trina, you're going to get to be the thyroid gland today.
Oh, yeah.
Have you ever been the thyroid gland before?
No.
All right. So this glass house is your body.
Okay.
Okay? Inside of there, you see those little yellow balloons?
Yes.
That's the fat in the body.
Oh, great.
What the thyroid gland does is it converts fat to energy, which
Okay.
gives you energy,
Okay.
but also gets rid of the fat. All you got to do is pop those balloons.
Easy.
And the thyroid gland is a healthy gland. So for that reason, it actually is armed with a very sharp pin.
Okay.
So take that in here.
Okay.
Sneak in there.
Sneak in there.
Don't let those fat cells out. Go ahead, sneak in there. Go in there, go in there, go in there. Good job.
Okay.
Stay in the middle now. All right. Here. You drop one. There you are. Okay, now. If you don't mind, you guys can cheer her on. All you got to do, and let's say 10 seconds is a reasonable amount of time, I want you to be the thyroid gland and start popping those fat cells. Are you ready?
Yes.
Pop. Go. 1, 2. Go, go, go. She's going, she's going, she's going. All right, stop. You did great. You did great. Okay. You got through a lot of fat cells. Now, here's the catch.
Okay.
When your thyroid gland is not working well, which happens as you get older, or because you're not giving it the right nutrients, you have to pass that needle out because that thyroid gland loses its power. Okay. And when it loses its power, it has to get rid of those fat cells without the energy they used to have. So I want you to do that, but I'm going to add one little variable to this because as your thyroid gland starts to get weaker, it allows more fat cells to accumulate. So that's effectively what's happening in so many people's bodies. So I'll stand up here.
Okay.
And add to the problem. I'm going to give you a couple seconds again, and I want you to go in there and pop all those fat cells.
Okay.
But because you're underactive thyroid, you don't have a pin anymore.
Okay.
Ready? Go. Pop them. Pop them. Pop them. Pop them. Keep going. Keep going. You got one. You got one. Failure. Stop. What happened, Trina?
It's impossible.
It's impossible. That's how life feels, doesn't it? It feels impossible. All right, come on out. Let's let you out of purgatory there. Take the pin.
Whoops.
Now come on over here. So there's 3 symptoms that moving all over the country can look at to identify whether they may have an underactive thyroid. So these are really simple. First off, do you experience daily fatigue? Second big clue is have you gained 10 pounds, maybe 15 pounds even, in the past 2 years that you just can't seem to lose? especially if you don't think you did anything wrong on the way there, okay?
Yes.
You got yeses there too? Yes. All right. Thanks for being honest. And the last thing is, has your hair changed? Has it become coarse and brittle? So these symptoms resonating. So these are the kinds of questions we would often ask just to identify if there's a problem. It's a pretty simple, straightforward way of going it, but I do even better than that, because up next, I'm going to help everybody understand if their thyroid needs to be restarted, because we have got an at-home, simple test. It's all you have to do to figure it out. Stay with us.
Coming up, the at-home test.
Only thing you need is this.
Does your thyroid need a restart?
It's a smart, easy test every woman ought to be doing.
And later,
I'm thinking about the types of food that I ate when I was growing up.
undo a lifetime of bad habits.
2 simple steps.
Detoxify, coming up.
I'm excited to be on Dr. Oz.
Dr. Oz's show. So let's start talking. Now the web to have a national conversation about health and wellness. This is a no embarrassment zone. There's no topic that's off limits. I came to work today. I'm so lucky. And make sure you're sharing this information with the people you love. You're good to go. Be sure to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss anything. And remember to check back often to see what's new. Now, back to the show. I'm joined by 3 women who are sick of feeling old, fat, and tired. And they want to know if their thyroid is to blame. So how do you figure it out? Well, it turns out there's an easy at-home thyroid test that you can try, and the only thing you need is this, a thermometer. It's that simple. So you take this thermometer, you're going to put it under your tongue in the morning when you first wake up before getting out of bed. That's really important. And you're going to record those results for a week. That's critically important. And then I'm going to average those 7 numbers out. If your average temperature is not 98.6 or 7, but under 98 degrees, that could be a clear sign of a sluggish thyroid. Simple little test. So the big question then is, if your number is 98 degrees, what are you going to do about it? So one of the easiest things to do is a thyroid power combo. That is iodized salt together with selenium-rich foods. So come on over here. Let me ask you, what kind of salt, Trina, do you normally cook with?
It depends. If I'm grilling, I use kosher salt on the steaks.
It turns out kosher salts don't really have the key ingredient that you need for your thyroid, which is iodine. In fact, 80% of the salt that we are taking when we add salt to our foods no longer has iodine in it. So this can't be the way you always go if you're worried about your thyroid. You actually want to get some iodized salt in there. Traditional table salt used to always have iodized salt. And we've told people not to take too much salt in their life, right? Which is a smart thing. But I'm asking you, if you're going to add salt to your meal, reach for salt that has a little extra iodine added to it. Okay. You can season your food with that. Okay. Would that be helpful?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And again, it's a simple little switch, not a big deal. Mm-hmm. The other thing is to look for selenium-rich foods. Now, we talked about inflammation a little bit. That gland that I showed you got large, that's partly scarring. It's getting large because it's irritated. So, Vanessa, selenium-rich foods are things you've got to bring into your life day in and day out. And often these are not foods we think about very much. Let me give you 2 great examples. Mushrooms. Are you a mushroom fan?
I like mushrooms.
Good.
I love them.
You're on there? Trina, good.
Love 'em.
Mushrooms, they can be button mushrooms, shrimp mushrooms, shiitake mushrooms. You know, there are many different ways of making them. Just add them into your diet a little bit. They're rich, and this brown color is a clue to that, I gather, because it turns out that Brazil nuts are also incredibly rich, a powerhouse of selenium. So I actually snack with Brazil nuts. You know, a couple days a week, I'll throw them in with the other nuts I might be having on purpose because they've got so much selenium in there. Is that helpful to everybody?
Yes.
Because I think these are kinds of things that I want to make part of our everyday life. So coming up, if you're worried that all your eating and drinking over the years has caused damage, you guys are guilty. How are you going to tell for sure? I'm going to show you how to restart your liver. That's next. So why do you want today to be the first day of the rest of your life?
Because I want to change. I want to take care of myself so I can take care of my parents and live my life longer and better.
Coming up, your body has suffered through years of bad habits.
Clogs up the liver.
How to undo the damage.
This next step is the big step every single day.
Detoxify. And restart when we come back.
I'm excited to be on Dr. Oz.
Dr. Oz's Show. So let's start talking. Now the web to have a national conversation about health and wellness. This is a no embarrassment zone. There's no topic that's off limits. I came to work today. I'm so lucky. And make sure you're sharing this information with the people you love. You're good to go. Be sure to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss anything. And remember to check back often to see what's new. Now, back to the show.
From the moment you crunched into that first Halloween candy as a kid, you start making your liver work overtime. That's roughly 14,000 candy bars clogging things up in your organ that's in charge of detox. By the time you're a teen, you've eaten about 1,200 hamburgers, scarring your liver and setting it into overdrive to purify some 500 pounds of beef. Since your 21st birthday, you've probably consumed nearly 2,000 glasses of wine. That's about 120 gallons that your liver has to mop up after. By the time you hit your 30s and 40s, chances are you've swallowed thousands of over-the-counter meds for all those headaches, colds, and fevers, leaving your liver crying uncle. In short, a lifetime of processing what you put in your mouth can add up to a fatty, sluggish liver. It's no wonder your liver needs a restart. But the good news is you can reverse the damage.
All right, let's see how many honest audience members picked the liver to restart their life. Put your hands up, let's see. How many liver people are there? A fair amount, one of the more popular ones. Why don't you three come on down? Make Alina join us again. There we are. Bring your organs with you. Hey, Elizabeth. So why did you pick your liver?
I'm thinking about the types of food that I ate when I was growing up. I had a mother who was a wonderful cook, but we really didn't know about the types of things that she cooked the food in were not good for us, like saving bacon grease and putting it in a pot with green beans to cook, for Sunday dinner, frying chicken instead of baking chicken. And I really hadn't paid attention until at my late 20s, early 30s, and now that I'm getting closer to 50, I'm thinking, wow, I need to really pay attention to my body as I begin to get older.
A lot of you resonate to that. You can find yourselves in that story. I think that's really so much of what we're talking about today.
Yeah.
We've done things that all of us have in our lives, a lot of times without recognizing the impact it would have. And our organs are able to deal with that for a while. But at a certain point, you sort of tip over. So let me show you what I, as a physician, get concerned about when we talk about liver issues. Because a lot of people think it's only about alcohol damaging the liver, and that's an issue. Alcohol's a toxin. In small amounts, you can tolerate it, and your liver doesn't have that big of an issue. But most of us, at some point in our lives, probably had a little more than we were supposed to, and so we damage our liver. But that's not really what's causing the problems. What's causing the big problems today is years of eating fatty and sugary foods. And one of the big problems is diabetes. Do you have diabetes in your family, any of you?
Not that I'm aware of.
My son is a type 2 diabetic.
Your son is?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Is your son overweight?
He was overweight. After he was diagnosed, he lost about 35 pounds.
Oh, good for him.
Yes.
Yeah. But I bet you, I don't know if his diabetes got any better or not.
It has improved significantly, and he's able to keep his blood sugar regulated through diet and exercise and healthy lifestyle choices.
I love that story. Let me show you what was going on in your son, and actually it's happening to all of us. And then I'm going to walk you through some things that could be valuable to anybody who's concerned about diabetes, because a third of us have some problems with that, or just feel like we don't have any detoxifying elements in our body healthy. So come on, put your gloves over there. So I know how much you guys love to eat healthy, right?
Yes.
Especially when you're showing off to your friends.
Yes.
Right. So pretend these are glasses of food or beverages that are healthy for you. Let me take that one if you don't mind. And go ahead, Elizabeth Kim, pour it in there. This is your liver. Right? And this is what your body does when you eat healthy foods. And you notice that little filter there? Maybe throw yours in there as well. Even when you're eating really healthy, there's often little bits of junk that get stuck in there. And that's okay, because the liver is designed to clear that out. So just give it a couple hours, and it'll make good on this and get rid of it. The problem happens, that when you're not eating healthy lean meats, the greens, the things we talk about, but instead eating what is a more traditional standard American diet, which includes donuts, fried chicken, alcohol, especially if you do it for years. This is a better reflection of what that food looks like once it's gone into our stomach. And this food, literally, clogs up the liver. And as it does that, you're not leaving any room for filters. It becomes toxic. It's no longer able to deal with cholesterol like it's supposed to. And we associate obesity with clogging of the arteries of the heart. Please hear me clear on this. It clogs the liver up first and then takes the heart out later on.
Wow.
Now, you all asked, sort of hinted towards a hope here.
Yes.
The reason I feel so passionate about talking about the liver, okay, it's designed to fix itself. If you're alive, you can fix your liver.
Yay.
Okay? So how do you do that? How do you restart your liver? I'm going to do it in 2 simple steps. 2 simple solutions everyone can start doing without very much difficulty. They're straightforward, and I'm going to make this a daily part of my life, and I want you to do the same thing. Okay. The first is a detoxifying drink. Okay? It's a liver elixir, a morning liver elixir. If you take it first thing in the morning, you don't have to think about it anymore. And it consists of a 1/4 cup of warm water. That helps flush out the liver, just to get water into the liver, which is a good thing for it. A wedge of lemon juice that you squeeze in there, and 2 dashes of hot sauce. And so go ahead and take a little taste of this. And let me just describe why this is so well. I'll take one with you. I'll toast you guys.
Cheers. Cheers.
You can have more if you want. All right, so the lemon juice actually has vitamin C in it. It's a very potent antioxidant, helps with the liver in its effort to detoxify. And the capsaicin sauce boosts blood flow. It also is responsible, by doing that, for getting more of the ability of the liver to detoxify itself, re-energized. What do you guys think?
Not bad. Not bad.
And the thing is, it's actually a better tasting concoction than you would imagine. And for a morning elixir for the liver, it tastes like it should do the job.
I was always scared with the hot
Now,
sauce.
that's the beginning step. We can put more hot sauce if you want. This next step is the big step, and it's so straightforward. And you probably have heard rumors and tidbits about this, but I'll make it super upfront. 3 cups of bitter greens or cruciferous vegetables every single day. You can get in any mixture you want, but these are incredibly important because the bitters, the dandelion greens, the things like that, they're incredibly important in increasing bile flow. Bile is the junk that comes out, the sludge coming out of the liver when the liver tries to get rid of toxins. So you want to help the liver get rid of that stuff. So the greens help you do that. Arugula, endive, they also fit in there, anything like that. Regular spinach, not baby spinach, regular spinach. And again, mix it up in the salads any way you wish, but you want 3 cups of it a day. And then if you can, cruciferous vegetables, as part of that 3 cups regimen every day, because cruciferous vegetables have a chemical in them that actually help the liver cells rebuild themselves. So if you eat this every single day within days, that's how fast the liver does this, you'll start to see a change in how it can detoxify itself.
Okay.
Is that appealing?
Yeah. Yes. I'm having a salad when I leave here.
You know what? Here. Start eating right now.
Thank you.
All right, up next, it's the #1 fear most of you have, and for good reason. I'm going to show you the 3 changes you need to make today to restart your heart. I love these things.
Up next, Dr. Oz's extended warranty for your heart. 3 ways to keep it pumping.
We can do it together starting now.
And later, painful stomach issues?
Please tell me it doesn't last forever.
Restart and silence the grumbling.
I'm excited to be on Dr. Oz.
Dr. Oz's show. So let's start talking. Now the web to have a national conversation about health and wellness. This is a no embarrassment zone. There's no topic that's off limits. I came to work today. I'm so lucky. And make sure you're sharing this information with the people you love. You're good to go. Be sure to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss anything. And remember to check back often to see what's new. Now, back to the show. If you want to restart your body, the #1 place you must take into consideration for good reason is the heart. Emily's back with us. And Emily, you mentioned earlier that your mother and your grandmother had heart disease.
Correct.
In what ways do you take after your mother?
I take after her in many ways. I don't exercise. I don't eat all the proper foods that I should be eating. And I don't take care of my heart. I haven't had my heart checked. This is why I'm here.
Why do you think you haven't had the checkup?
I'm scared. Plus, I waited to be on your show so I could have you check it.
I will check it too. But you speak of fear.
Yes.
Part of the reason I wanted everyone today to hold the organs in your hands is to get past that fear. And I want that to be a transformative moment today. I want everybody who's seeing these organs to think, you know what? Now that I've seen what's really happening in my body, I can have a vision for what I could do to change that. because you have a vision. That's the big takeaway, right? Because you can change all these things we're talking about. And the heart is one of the best examples. So come put it down over here. Let me show you what's going on inside your heart that concerns me. And I'm going to give you some simple tips, okay? So come back over here. So let's look inside the heart to see what's going on. Inside these blood vessels that on the surface of the heart, let's travel into one of those. You've got little blood vessels that have blood pouring through them. And if you're eating the wrong foods or your cholesterol's high, if your blood pressure's high, that plaque, that whitish plaque grows and begins to block off the flow of blood, causing heart attacks. Let's go deeper than that, though. Let's go into the heart. See the valve. See how beautiful it is and flexible? But over time, with blood pressure and irritation, cholesterol, see how it becomes hard and rigid, like a door that's creaky and rusty. It doesn't open. The blood can't go out. And sometimes it leaks back in again. And then let's go to the outside of the heart. See how it gets bigger and larger as it's got to deal with more of the stresses and aches and pains of your life. And that growth of the heart's not a good thing. The heart's growing because it's being tortured. As a physician, when someone has an enlarged heart, I get concerned more than any of the other problems because I'm wondering what's damaging it. So I'm going to give you and everybody an extended warranty on your heart.
Awesome. I'm excited.
You interested?
I am very interested.
Okay. All right. It's my promise to you. It's my pledge to you that you could turn around your life and jumpstart a system that sometimes seems to have been broken. So the first item up there is DHA omega-3 supplements. Let me be clear about this. I'm not talking about omega-3s. I'm talking about a specific kind of omega-3.
Oh.
DHA omega-3s.
What does the DHA stand for?
It's the chemical. There's 3 kinds of omega-3s, and they're called ALA, EPA, and DHA. They're long chemical names, but you don't have to remember that.
Okay.
Right? What I know this gets confusing. All you have to remember is the kind that helps the heart. The kind that we have to have is the DHA omega-3s. Fish oils have them in them, but they have other things in them as well, which aren't essential, and the pills are larger, and sometimes they repeat on you. What you really need to look for is DHA omega-3s. They reduce the cholesterol, the bad cholesterol. We believe, help reduce arrhythmias, irregular heartbeats of the heart. They're vitally important. And you want 600 milligrams of DHA omega-3s.
600.
Okay? Simple to do. That's step number 1. Store it in the fridge. It'll last longer.
Oh, really?
Okay, the next item on my warranty
Oh, yes, aspirin.
is aspirin. But let me divide everyone into 2 groups here. There's the group of people who are older than age 40. I'm talking to you right now. People that younger than age 40, they don't have to take low-dose aspirin. But what they got to do is call their relatives and loved ones who are older than 40 and tell them to do it. Okay? And what you're going to do is take 2 baby, they used to be called baby aspirin, now they're just called, low-dose aspirin.
Right.
2 81-milligram tablets. And that low-dose aspirin, take those pills, will give you very good protection by reducing inflammation in the body and by thinning the blood a little bit. But you got to take it the right way. A lot of people don't take it right and they get stomach irritation. You get an 8-ounce glass of water, drink half the glass, throw down 2 of those small little pills, take the rest of the glass of water. That way it dissolves quickly. You don't want that pill to be solid because if it sticks to the stomach like a torpedo, it'll burrow a little hole in there.
Wow.
So you want it to melt in that glass of water once you drink it. That's a little advantage for your heart.
Very good to know.
And finally, the third item on my warranty that I'm giving everybody is soluble fiber. You want to aim for 2 servings a day. That's 2 fistfuls of this stuff a day. And the best part about all this, everybody, is we can do it together starting now. Because the heart is also our loving organ. And if we have that connection to each other, I can't think of a better reason to call someone up and say, hey, do you have your 2 baby aspirin, or are you on your right dose of DHA omega-3s?
Love it.
Good luck with your family now.
Thank you so much.
All right, we'll be right back. So why do you want today to be the first day of the rest of your life?
I got diabetes, I got high blood pressure, and my knees hurt, joints hurt. So it's just time to take control.
To be on Dr. Oz.
Dr. Oz's show. So let's start talking. Now the web to have a national conversation about health and wellness. This is a no embarrassment zone. There's no topic that's off limits. I came to work today. I'm so lucky. And make sure you're sharing this information with the people you love. You're good to go. Be sure to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss anything. And remember to check back often to see what's new. Now, back to the show. It's my complete body restart. Now, I know you're busy and it feels like you got a million things to deal with. But is the growling, grumbling, screaming pain in your gut trying to tell you something about the hectic pace that you're keeping?
I hit a certain age, and it's like a traffic jam in my intestinal system.
I eat a meal, and it looks like I'm 3 months pregnant. It feels like it too. Looks like there's a food baby down there or something.
Seems like there's nothing moving down there. I used to go every day, and nowadays, if I go once or twice a week, it's like hitting the jackpot.
When I'm stressed, my stomach just blows up.
Sometimes I feel like the food is just stuck there.
It's like a wall of bricks in my stomach. You could feel it. It's so hard. It hurts so bad.
So I have a little bit of your stories here, and a lot of women think they can just live with this and just deal with it, and after all, it's it's just out there. But you can solve your problems. You don't have to live with belly pain, changes in bowel habits, feeling like you're pregnant all the time. That's stuff that's not supposed to be there. That's your body crying out to you for some help. Okay. So the first part of the story comes down to the anatomy of the intestines. Now, you all see it here, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. But when it's crowded like this, I don't think you truly appreciate what it could be. So, Tissa, take that edge down there. Just hold it by that first area. And then, Nina, grab a little bit in the middle here. Okay? And go ahead. Trisha, grab that. Okay? And then, come on, set that here. You're going to have to set that down because we got a long way to go here. Okay, keep holding it there. So once you do this, keep going, keep going, keep going. Oh, don't drop the intestines. Take a little bit in there, and I'll hold Sim. Come over, help me a little bit.
Okay.
And I still got a ton left over here.
Wow.
All right. Now, hold that little bit in the middle if you don't mind. Yeah. Now, grab that with one hand down there. There we are. So there's a lot of intestine here. I mean, Dina, what do you think about when you see this much organ in you and you realize it's holding poop in you, right? For 3, 4, 5 days at a time.
I mean, look how long it is. No wonder I only go once a week.
Excellent point. When your digestion works, the food moves through here automatically, right? There's no problem. And it passes through the rectum, which is way down there with Tissa. That's the rectum down there. Passes through there with no difficulty at all. But your digestion works best when you're calm. And unfortunately, with the hectic lives we often live in, that's not what's happening. And you're adults. You've got kids, parents, household issues, work, career, everything that's going on in your life, and your intestines feel that angst. And then it short circuits. And when it short circuits, with that frenetic pace, it causes an intestinal blackout. That's bloating, constipation, diarrhea. And this intestinal system wraps up in a lot. And that knotted intestine won't work anymore. So go ahead and put that down. It should stay in there. The good news is you can restart your intestines. Remarkably, they're able to come back and be what they used to be. But the thing you need to do to kick your gut pain for good is prebiotics. Did you hear what I said?
Probiotics.
P-R-E, prebiotics. You both said what I thought most people would think I was saying. You said probiotics. Yeah. And we've talked about probiotics. But prebiotics are very different. They go hand in hand with probiotics. It's, if you don't have them together, it's like Sonny without Cher. It's like with the captain without Tennille. You can pick any metaphor you want. And I have to apologize to everybody because I should have talked about prebiotics a long time ago. Here's the deal. Probiotics are bacteria. They're in yogurt, fermented dishes. They go into your intestines, and they help your guts by giving them the right bacteria. But your bacteria only stay alive if you feed them. If you feed them the right foods, that's what prebiotics are. Your intestines will go to war and support you. So come on over here. Let me show you what that means. What is a prebiotic? How does the solution work? Well, it's found in some of the most common foods we talk about, but now you'll know what they are. And you can brag about them to your friends. So cooked grains, bananas, honey has prebiotics in it. Onions have them, garlic have them. These are, foods that if we can get 2 to 4 servings a day, it could dramatically change the intestinal flora, the bacteria living in there. I'm hoping this is helpful, and you'll pick and choose what you need, but prebiotics are one of the most important messages I can give if you want to get that 26 feet of intestine to work the way they're supposed to, because it's magical when it happens right. Thanks very much for sharing your stories. All right, up next, the ultimate cheat sheet for restarting your body.
On Dr. Oz.
Dr. Oz's show. So let's start talking. Now the web to have a national conversation about health and wellness. This is a no embarrassment zone. There's no topic that's off limits. I came to work today. I'm so lucky. And make sure you're sharing this information with the people you love.
you're good to go. Be sure to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss anything. And remember to check back often to see what's new. Now, back to the show. I hope today's show gave you hope that it's never too late to restart your body. These simple steps can help you live a better and much longer life. And now, if you're wondering how we ever got all those organs in here today, take a look at what it took to make this all happen.
Hi, this is Jackie Coyne.
First, we mobilized a specially selected team of medical students. Then, we coordinated the mission with my home hospital to locate more than 100 organs for the biggest anatomy lesson ever on the Dr. Oz Show. Yesterday, our med unit came together at the hospital to survey the organs that best matched the body parts our audience wanted to restart, including hearts, brains, kidneys, and intestines. Then the specimens they selected were carefully packed into sealed bags and placed in coolers for the trip to the studio. Once the organs arrived at our studio, our med team carefully delivered them to our prop department for storage overnight. This morning, our med students opened the coolers, spread the sealed plastic, and gently placed each specimen into organ categories onto the trays. Then, the final step, handing out an organ to every member of our studio audience.
So as you pick your organs, think about them. These are sacred, they're real body parts. We'll treat them with respect.
It was an extraordinary moment, one, as a doctor, I'll never forget.
I'll see you next time. Be sure to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss anything. And remember to check back often to see what's new.